hit the like button. Yeah.
We got Covis with the 25. Yo, Nick, I'm trying to move from IT to a trade. Applied to low voltage and home network / entertainment setup, but not getting any action. Eventually want to be able to lay network cable for entire buildings. Any tips? Thanks.
I just went through that to get the reason why we're sitting here. I just went through that with basically a network installer. People are so confused on that. Setting up internet, hotspots, home offices, home businesses, speakers, wireless. I think it's one of those things where it's kind of like one of the hyper specific things in home remodeling, renovation, etc. It's kind of like the third tab. It's almost like a luxury tab. You might be you're probably advertising to the wrong people. People who do it have money. It's just that simple. But the home automation is very gray to the consumer, and I'm pretty decent. Like I obviously have an okay understanding of somewhat of houses, and it's still like a little gray on like what your capabilities are and what you can do. I remember like years ago, Charles was talking to me about like running home security systems off a Raspberry Pi. For those of you who, I don't even want to sum this up because you know I'm an idiot, but a Raspberry Pi is like the smallest computer that can process simple tasks, and a lot of people can really. It was kind of fascinating as a big dummy like myself to think that like, whoa, you can run everything off a little computer, and like you can run lots of home automation off of small computers, even like old desktops and shit like that. So it's still gray on what the capabilities are. So I feel like A, your consumer's probably richer than you think. B, your the menu, that kind of that constant thing that comes up in guys who work in trades or I work in cabinet making, but it's not. It's like you're probably talking to like your friends and your friends' parents and shit that like they just don't have the money for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like fancy things, and it's not even on like a build checklist. So if you look up like a home build, home automation, custom cabinetry, that's kind of above and beyond, welding things like awnings and even like power blinds and things like that. That's not really anywhere in the sphere of building. So it's sort of like a new thing. You know what I mean? Like people don't know that mobile auto detailing is a thing. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like the consumer's adaptation in conjunction with who the fuck you're talking to, and then making a nice menu for it, I think is the way to do it. And like, hey, did you know that you could do this for $150? I come to your house, I set your shit up, bang, you're done. You know how many like little old ladies would love that? Or just explain it in simple format? But I think the higher end suburbs and the white collar jobs in the region are where you want to kind of get in. And I think if you went to you know who likes that shit? Car managers. Car managers love like theaters and shit. Oh my god, every manager I've ever had loves like 90-inch TVs and theaters. Jeez. Like they all had them. It was like a common thing. Watches and home theaters. Like none of them not have a Rolex.
Yeah.
And none of them not have like a 90-inch TV at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Mark Thomas with the 20. Fellas, what do I do with 2 acres of woods I own in North New Jersey to make some profit?
Talk to the town. Talk to the coolest lady at town hall. See what they wish they had more of in the town. And then give her 5 ideas for the land and see how crazy they get when you say any of the ideas. Because that's what I'd have to do. That's what I've been kind of going through by trying to do like A-frame stuff. These fucking tiny homes are about as legal as weed.
Damn. Really?
Towns just don't want to fuck you. Yeah, it's big legislation. They want to get they so you kind of got to go to the town and talk to them like, hey, what would you could do gardening, leasing and stuff like that, raised bed gardening, flower farms. You could put an RV on it. You could put you could do open air trailer space rental if you wanted to generate some money out of it. Just basically people drop shit in and fuck it all up. Yeah, you could strip clear it. You could sell it if it's gravel. You could sell the dirt out of it. I don't know. You could kind of land eats. Have a plan for it. Build a house on it. But I would talk to the town and see what like. Hey, could I do a wedding venue? Could I do a concert venue? Could I do a yoga retreat? Could I do a halfway house? Could I do a rehabilitation center? Can I do a tent city? Can I do a yurt village? Can I do does the town want to buy it from me? Do I want a public park? I don't know.
There's a lot of possibilities.
There's a lot of possibilities. Let the town, and then yell at them when they give you no good answers, and the only answer they tell you is to build a $9 million house and pay taxes on it.
We got Alt Explorer with the 20. Yo, Nick, if you were to open a coffee shop tomorrow, what steps would you take?
Good question. Okay, so fuck I'll tell you a little anecdote. I was going to open a coffee shop one time when my antique store wasn't making enough money. I wanted to rent the space on side of me and sort of like create a coffee shop. I went to a local coffee roaster and talked to them about kind of like setting up a deal, like a wholesaling account where I could bring like Borealis coffee or Bolt coffee to the side of the state where I am. That was my first step, sort of like identify that. I think it's coffee and food. Coffee works. Coffee shops make money. I was around Intelligentsia in Venice when there were 9 locations that sold for like $300 million. It was like 9 good, really good coffee locations that had line around the corner, and they sold for like $300 million because their wholesale coffee roasting was like such an operation. Yeah. From coffee for a little bit of time was easy to scale. La Colombe. And then so on and so on. But I did want to open a coffee shop. I'm glad I didn't. I'm just not in the restaurant. I'm not fit for the restaurant business. I can set one up and build one, but just stress and attitude-wise, I would just kill everyone.
It went on to be Brewed Awakening.
Yeah, and then that place ended up becoming the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
Yeah, not Dunkin' Donuts. Just some guy, some real stubborn ass. I'm gonna call it the Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. But I set it up. I think it's high traffic, work commute, underserved populace. That's what you're looking for. That's like the triangulation. Underserved. It's like the thing I say about opening a good restaurant in the suburbs outside of a good city where people just don't want to drive in. If you go to the suburbs of this country, the food sucks, but the cities are always great. Anybody who's opening up these brew pubs that just have, bao bao shrimp, bao bao and kung fu chicken and shrimp and bang bang shrimp. You bring the bang bang shrimp to the suburbs, you win. You drive your Rolls Royce out here.
Yeah, you talking about that last time.
Oh, they just kill. They crush.
The trap or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. Right now it's like a traffic jam to get in there. Yeah. Same thing goes for coffee, but the coffee's got to win. The coffee's got to be dope as shit. Taste a lot of coffees. Go with the one you like. Whoever's the easiest to work with. Meet the owners, and it's pretty easy to set up. And then I think I would probably just buy used equipment and then call a servicer of the coffee making equipment. Because buying it's $40,000.
We got Peter Fate with $20. Hey Nick.
Fate.
Any experience with livestock / farm fencing? Live in a wealthy rural area and want to lean into the market. Big ups.
No, not much. I've had 2 cows before. I've had 3 pigs. My dad. Car salesman buying farm animals. That was fun. I'm not much of a farmer. I don't like livestock. Cows get out. Livestock fencing is like when you have cows, you need like so much fencing, like so much. The way I would do it, man, is find out the piece that lays the most equipment the fastest. If it's expensive, they want it done quick. Whatever the Fence Master 5000 is, like whatever it is, sign your balls to it. Farm fencing install. Come on. What's this? No. So it's probably an attachment. There we go. Like this thing? Hell yeah, now we're talking. What's the new Llama? Come on, more. We're getting there. ProTech Evo. More. Getting closer. Evo S15, that looks newer. Yes! Damn. Yes! Like this kind of shit. I would buy this. If you ask anybody, dude, my friends who have done well in construction, specifically this type of shit, specialty machinery is the absolute shit. It looks like you might go, for sale. How much is one? 165,000. Okay. Can I rent it? Can you line jobs up and rent this thing for a month? Try that. Work overnight. Do 2 shifts. That's how I would do that. But get the machine. Get your hands on that machine somehow. I don't know how to do it, buddy. You do it. Line 30 jobs up in 30 days and run 2 shifts. That's what I would have done.